corridor of Northside and South Cumminsville. Our framework utilizes and expands upon the assets of each neighborhood. We thought that there was a great urban opportunity to enhance accessibility and connectivity between both neighborhoods and also to both neighborhoods. One of our principal ways of doing this was through transportation tactics. Primarily, probably one of the most important elements of our design was the incorporation of a turnaround at the existing six-way intersection right here at Ludlow, Hamilton Avenue, Hoffner, Spring Grove, and what was the last one? And Old Ludlow Avenue. Yeah. So with this, we wanted to be able to increase accessibility into Northside and also into South Cumminsville, which currently doesn't exist right now. We also wanted to look at other transportation issues dealing with more public sectors of it. So we looked at the existing recreational bike path along Mill Creek, and we wanted to expand and enhance that. And we also brought in additional on-street bike networks that go all throughout both neighborhoods. We also wanted to incorporate a transit bus hub into Northside, which would be right here, because currently it is the second largest bus hub of Cincinnati, supporting 10 lines. So that was one of our big strategies as well. And then we also wanted to create a more pedestrian community by expanding this existing business district that is already here, and we wanted to expand it along other intersections along Hamilton Avenue. Another one of our strategies was in South Cumminsville. It doesn't currently have a strong business district, unlike Northside, which does. So one way we thought would make this area stronger is by creating a supermarket, which is a service that neither community has right now. And so by putting a grocery store in South Cumminsville, we thought it would increase it would bring residents to the area and would increase new industry to the area, and it would not compete with the businesses that are currently existing in Northside. And then I think that the other two major tactics we looked at were redeveloping Wesleyan Cemetery to make it more of a recreational space, and also redeveloping Mill Creek to make it more of a pleasurable place to be, and we thought that it would connect these two better. And then also we looked at the redevelopment of Spring Grove Avenue around the new transit hub.
In terms of all of the large residential neighborhood within Northside, we decided that it's already very strong due to the historic nature, the upkeep, and so that is part of our framework plan that we did not implement any new proposals for, and these pictures are showing that. We've also want to build upon the strengths that already exist, and these two diagrams talk about the Northside Business District. This one suggests places where you might infill new businesses or improve facades to better facilitate a more cohesive center, and then making it a stronger pedestrian realm. The sidewalks aren't that wide, and we think that by increasing bump outs and on-street parking, we can slow traffic and make the neighborhood more pedestrian friendly. Looking at it at a larger scale, the stakeholders felt that wayfinding was an issue in their neighborhood, not necessarily people that live there, but people trying to get there. Highway exits don't enter either neighborhood, and you have to go through adjacent neighborhoods to get there, so that's an important issue as well. And then the last two diagrams look at the bus lines as well as existing and proposed gateways into Northside and South Cumminsville. In terms of the four major projects, we've outlined them here, starting with the gateway issue and accessibility. Second, we'll be talking about the new transit hub. From that, the transit hub will develop into transit-oriented development along Mill Creek. And then last, looking at the effects of adding a supermarket and creating a new business district in South Cumminsville.
Okay, currently the intersection Currently the intersection, the six-way intersection where Ludlow, Old Ludlow, Spring Grove, Hamilton, and Hofstra meet is confusing, unattractive, and bears a significant amount of traffic. Also, coming off of the Ludlow Avenue Bridge, there's no delineation of when you actually enter Northside. Also, South Cumminsville is obstructed because you can only turn left at certain hours of the day. So you can't even access South Cumminsville from the south at all hours of the day. So a roundabout is necessary at this intersection, not only to alleviate the traffic problem, but also to serve as a gateway into Northside and allow access into South Cumminsville. We were skeptical at first whether or not a roundabout would be appropriate at this intersection, so we delved into a bunch of case studies from American existing roundabouts, and we found a very similar one in Montpelier, Vermont. And this roundabout led us to our dimensions. We based our dimensions off of this roundabout. And in this case study, it was interesting because they did a before and after approval. And obviously, as you can see in this graph, with the red being disapproval of the roundabout, and this is before it was implemented, notice after. Not a single resident disapproved the roundabout. Also, in looking at the national frequency of car accidents at the intersections, there was a 29% decrease in accidents at this intersection. And that is because of the points of conflict. Notice there are 8 at a roundabout, 32 at a typical 4-way intersection. So, surrounding the roundabout, we propose mixed-use buildings to replace the buildings that are which are commonly there. And then another part of our project focuses on accessibility and the bicycle network, which Rachel will explain.
Yeah, so as far as like when you're entering Northside, a major way that people do that is through Ludlow. And so right now when you go across the bridge, there is a slightly raised sidewalk, but it isn't a very attractive place and it's not a great gateway into Northside. So we proposed bridge expansion. There's a case study here they actually did in Cleveland on their bridge, and it has more green, promotes more pedestrian bike activity, and it would make a positive gateway into Northside. So here's just kind of a little rendering of like possible artwork, green space, and like a little bike path that could promote transportation into Northside. And then as well, going along with the theme of connectivity, we address the bike path. Right now it's not a very attractive bike path and doesn't have much as far as connectivity. And we did find there are going to be bike path redevelopments, and we kind of expanded on that just to show that it can connect Northside to South Cumminsville as well as the rest of the city.